I'm Yvette Castillo, and before farming Frederick, I've never been on a farm before. I'm visiting farms across Frederick County, Maryland to learn about local farming. You're watching Farming Frederick. Kombucha. You may have had several glasses of it already or have seen it in your local organic market. It became popular in the United States in the 60s and has since then resurfaced in popularity due to its delicious taste and principal health benefits. Now you can't have delicious kombucha without fruit. Right here in Frederick County, there are around 68 farms that produce fruit, tree nuts, and berries, making it the leader in the state of Maryland. But what about kombucha brewers in the state of Maryland? Well, there are only 6 kombucha breweries in the state, and in Frederick County, there is just one brewer. In this episode of Farming Frederick, we get to meet Liz Dotson, the one and only kombucha brewer in Frederick County, better known as the Kombucha Lady, to learn more about kombucha and how it is made. I'm standing in the Booch Barn located in Rocky Ridge, Maryland with the one and only Kombucha Lady, Liz. Liz, thanks for having me here today.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome to the Booch Barn.
I tried kombucha many years ago and I'm ready to try it again today.
Okay. You ready to make it?
I am.
All right.
So first things first, what is kombucha?
Okay, kombucha is tea that is cultured and then it goes through the fermentation process. And in that process, the sugars are consumed and healthy acids, probiotics, digestive enzymes, all kinds of healthy things are in the tea, and it's bubbly, a little sweet, and a little tart. So it's good for your gut.
Okay, that's great. That's great to know. I did see when I was coming into the barn some herbs growing. Do you use the herbs from your land here to brew the kombucha?
We grow all the herbs that we put in the kombucha. We grow them here on the farm. Yep.
And what types of herbs might
So
they be?
today we're going to make blackberry sage. So sage is actually growing in a box right outside the door. Whatever we have growing, really.
Okay. Yeah. And how do you make it?
All right. So we got to start with water.
Okay.
Water to make tea. So the water is in the kettle and it's exactly at the right temperature. And it's from our well. Our well is 280 feet deep. So we have really good well water. So what you're going to do is you are going to pull this lever here.
Okay.
Toward you.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
And we're going to brew that tea.
And this bag is what?
In the bag is blackberry black tea. And I use all organic teas, really the high quality teas. That's the other thing. I'm really careful about where things come from.
Wow.
So that's brewing. And the next, so water, tea, and the next thing we need is sugar. So we got some organic sugar here, and you're going to measure out.
Okay.
Here's your cup. You're going to measure out 4 cups of sugar.
Okay, this is a full cup here?
Yes.
Okay, so 4 cups.
There you go. You're just making tea at this point. Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go. 1.
Now, how often do you brew?
We brew 5 days a week. Right now, we're pretty busy, so yeah. Go ahead and stir your sugar up. There you go.
All right.
All right, and then you're going to take your tea bag out.
Okay.
I'll take that.
All right.
And kind of dunk it down, get that goodness in there.
And so doing this is steeping it or?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
For the exact right amount of time, because each tea takes a different amount of time of steeping.
Okay.
And then we're going to put that in for the compost. The next thing we're going to go to is we're going to culture. We're going to culture the tea and make kombucha.
Okay.
So you see this crazy looking thing here?
Yes.
That's a SCOBY.
A SCOBY.
So
okay.
a SCOBY is an acronym for symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. In science, it's called a pellicule. It's a little disc full of bacteria and yeasts that are good for you. And so I kind of say it's kind of like an apartment building in there, and they're all in there, and it's kind of like a college dorm, right? They're all in there, and they're drinking alcohol and eating sugar all day long, but that's what they do.
Now, how long does this stay in this form while it's in there?
How long will it last?
Yeah.
One pellicule will last about 2 months.
Okay.
But I use them, you know, they work pretty hard around here. Okay. So we're gonna give you some gloves.
All right.
This is the fun part I warned you about. All right, so I'm gonna make you touch this.
Okay, should I be afraid?
No.
Okay. All
So
right.
you will reach down and you'll
You
just
want me to
grab
grab
a
it?
hold of
Oh,
it.
geez.
Mhm.
Okay.
You can tip it a little bit if you need to.
Okay, and so what am I going to do? Put it
You're
in
gonna
here?
grab and you're gonna, actually we're gonna put it in the
goodness.
cooled tea. So I had
Oh my
some tea
gosh.
made ahead of time
Okay.
for you.
It's a little...
There's 2 in there, yeah.
Okay.
And you're gonna put that
Oh my
into cooled
gosh.
tea in here.
Okay.
It is kind of slimy.
I was gonna say slimy, but I didn't want to say it, but it is. Oh my gosh.
There you go.
Okay.
So you just cultured tea, right? Now you're gonna add the starter kombucha into the tea.
What is starter
So
kombucha?
it's kombucha that's been through the process and it's finished.
Okay.
So it's gonna go in here and you're gonna add extra bacteria and yeast into your brew. Just the right amount,
Okay.
measured out for you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, now this is tea with the cultures in it. It's gonna sit for 7 days. We're gonna put a cover over it so no little buggies will get in there. And it's gonna go in our fermentation room at the exact right temperature for 1 week. So the exact right temperature to help all those little probiotics get going and do their job is 75 degrees.
Wow.
So it goes from tea to kombucha and changes. It's a chemical, wonderful, amazing process of fermentation. All right, now we're gonna take the kombucha that you cultured and we're gonna put it in the fermentation room to ferment. And next step in the process is to second ferment with the fruit and the herbs.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
Got it? Okay, we grabbed the kombucha that's finished. It's been sitting in the ferment room for 7 days,
Okay.
and it's ready to go. So you're gonna take the lid off of that cloth. Right. And you're gonna fish that SCOBY out.
Wow, this is huge. Did it grow?
It did, it grew, it
Okay.
grew.
And
They
it's still a
produce
little slimy.
bigger, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
And then we get to
Okay.
use that again and
Oh.
again. Right,
okay.
perfect, thank you.
Yep.
All right, now we're going to bottle. So we need to filter that. This is my bottle machine, my very expensive bottling machine. So you see there's a little bit of floaties in there. That's just the spent yeasts. And you're just going to pour it through this filter so that we have a nice product,
Okay.
right?
All right.
All right, so the next step will be to add the fruit to the jar.
Okay.
So here's your kombucha. When you second ferment, you use fruit. These are our beautiful blackberries from our garden. Okay, before we add our kombucha, the next step is to add the sage. All right, so now you're gonna put a leaf in each one.
Okay. The sage smells so good.
Yeah, it's nice and fresh. We do it fresh. In the wintertime, we do it dried.
Okay.
So same for my plants. All right, and now you're going to pour the kombucha in.
Okay, and how high am I going
You're
here?
going right to that, almost that
Okay.
first little rim. And see how it bubbles?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we like. We like lots of bubbles here. That's natural, completely natural from fermentation. And a little more, a little more, a little more. A
More?
little more. There you go. Perfect.
Wow, okay.
And then we're gonna fill all of these up and you're hired. All right, we're gonna do some tastings here.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna start with the one you made, blackberry sage.
Okay. All right.
Watch.
Blackberry sage.
Blackberry
Okay.
sage kombucha. So now it's not tea anymore, it's something different.
Oh, this is good.
All right.
I wasn't expecting it to taste, I guess I thought it was going to be stronger, and it's a light taste, but you do taste the blackberry in it.
That's the goal right there.
Well, thanks for having me today and letting me help you brew today.
Yep, you know how now.
Tune in to the next episode of Farming Frederick, because you never know what farm we'll visit next. If you would like to know more about the Kombucha Lady Liz or any other agriculture operations in Frederick County, visit homegrownfrederick.com. It's a wrap. Were my boots in that shot? Someone better take a picture of me with these boots on.